Hello and welcome back to the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. My name's Alexa Potamianos. Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up this week, a look into a first-gen event hosted on the Quad, what's happening this week at URI, and as always, stay tuned for your Rhody Sports Corner. November 8th is National First Generation College Day. Rhody First, making a comeback after COVID, hosted a celebration on the Quad to celebrate first-gen students. The Cigar's own Lucas Masiello has more.
The Office of Student Affairs recognized National First Generation College Celebration Day by hosting an event with a live DJ, a food truck, and games.
Today, we're celebrating National First Generation College Student Day. So as you can see, we got a lot of stuff behind me. We're giving out t-shirts for our first gen student. It says, proud to be the first in the family. We're giving out stickers.
What you been doing, man?
We have a prize wheel for different types of prizes like stuffed animals. We have gear, different gift cards, and we're also doing a raffle for a $100 gift card from the Canvas store. Shout out our Canvas store. And we're also giving out free vouchers for our students at the Rhody food truck. We're giving out doughboys, french fries, and a drink. So we got a lot going on today here to represent our first generation students.
My name is Matthew Madrid. I'm from Central Falls, Rhode Island. I'm in-state, and I am a senior marketing major.
Awesome, man. You're a first-gen student here?
I am, yep.
So, what's the celebration about today? What are we doing?
We're celebrating first-generation students, those students that have had to go through trials and tribulations to get to college, to get to that higher ed, and just try to find greater success in life that maybe generations past in their family could not. And so I guess it's just to celebrate everyone, but specifically first-generation students for going out there and getting what they're supposed to get and just benefiting their own future.
And what does being first gen mean to you?
Being first gen means holding a lot of weight just because you have or you feel an immense pressure to succeed and want to keep pushing forward for yourself and your family. First gen is very special though, just because you start like a new trend in your family, if you will, and it's just a great opportunity to be successful later on in life.
Here is your week at URI. This Saturday, November 11th, the South Asian Student Association is hosting a Diwali banquet and culture show. This Saturday is also Veterans Day. The Military and Veteran Education Center, along with the Student Veteran Association, hosted card-making events throughout the week and collected food to send to veterans in need. Next week is International Education Week. Stay tuned to see all of the events being hosted to celebrate. And now over to Nathan Robillard with your Rhody Sports Corner.
Thanks, Alexa. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Rhody Sports Corner, the #1 place for all things Rhody athletics. I'm Nathan Robillard. Both men's and women's basketball kicked off their seasons with wins this week. Taking a look back at Monday's men's basketball win against CCSU, Peter Gigliotti was courtside.
The University of Rhode Island's men's basketball team made their regular season debut on Monday against Central Connecticut State University. Over 4,000 Rhody fans watched with anticipation as a brand new starting five took the court for the Rams. Forwards Tyson Brown and David Fuchs, and guards Zeke Montgomery, Jaden House, and Lewis Courtwright. The last three being additions from the transfer portal.
All these guys had a lot of different journeys to get here, especially all of our new guys. But there isn't a guy in our locker room that's not here right now that doesn't want to win and isn't about winning. Now, them putting it all together and figuring it all out, that's the $1 million puzzle. But you see the talent level and some of the pieces that we have. But I also think you see some guys that are playing together here early in the year. They're playing the right way.
URI was able to take the lead early and didn't give it up for the rest of the first half, thanks to strong performances from Montgomery and House, who finished the half with a combined 25 points. The Rams finished the first in style with this buzzer beater from sophomore guard, Always Right. Rhody heads into the break, up 47-31. Coming back from halftime, Rhody's offensive momentum carried over, but defensively, they allowed a 9-point Blue Devil run, a part of their game that head coach Archie Miller thinks that they can improve upon.
I know what the numbers say, But I just know from the eye test and understanding sort of how the game was going, I didn't think we were very good defensively. I thought we did, at times, did a pretty good job in the ball screen, pick and roll, making them shoot tough twos. And we pride ourselves on being a good defensive team. I think we're going to pride ourselves always on being a team that can, win games with their defense. But clearly with our inexperience, a lot of different guys, the system, we got a long way to go, but we can learn a lot from tonight.
The Rams were able to tighten up and extended their lead to 17, thanks in part to their leading scorer of the night, Jaden House, who went 10 for 18 from the field, netting 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals.
I don't really see guards or bigs. I kind of see angles. So if I got an angle, I'm gonna attack it every time. It doesn't really matter who's right there. We just got to continue to come to work every day and just be prepared for the next game and take, like I said before, take it one game at a time. I think that'll benefit us in the long run.
House and his teammates weren't the only factor in Rhody's stellar performance, as the student section at the Ryan Center brought a certain kind of energy that Coach Miller and the Rams can only hope for on a weekly basis.
Students were fantastic. I thought the ruckus section, being what it was tonight, we had a great turnout there. And just in general, I thought we had a good vibe in there tonight. We need more. We need each other. There's nothing more important to this season or moving forward down the line than developing a place that doesn't lose at home.
In the end, URI was able to secure the victory with the final score of 81-70. The Rams now look to learn from their home opening victory in preparation for their game against Fairfield University on Thursday. From inside the Ryan Center, I'm Peter Gigliotti with the Rhody Sports Corner.
Brandon Lajoie also took to the court a day later as the URI women took down the defending NEC champions in their season opener.
Rhody women's hoops are once again back in the Ryan Center, led by Coach Tammy Reese. The defending A10 co-champions defeated Sacred Heart University by a total score of 91-40. Prior to the game, Rhode Island unveiled their new championship banner that will hang in the rafters for years to come following their historic season last year.
It was a special moment. It's funny because in our pregame speech, I took our ring, I had my ring, and I showed it to him, and I said, this is history, this is over. And I threw it, and Emma caught it, and I said, we're done. That's last year. That's last year's team. We're going to go out, and we're going to act like we're the underdogs. We're Rocky, we're Rhody, and we're going to go out, and we're going to smack them like we have something to prove. And so it's funny, then we go out, and the banner gets hung, and I'm like, oh, don't worry about the banner. But it definitely is nice to hang a banner in the Ryan Center.
The Rams began their conquest of the Atlantic 10 with a win, thanks in large part to the French front court of Tannen Magassa and Maya Ettore, who each combined for 37 of the Rams' 91 points. And Coach Tammy Reese had a lot to say about the duo.
But offensively, I thought was a different story. She was extremely aggressive today offensively and powerful. And so now the combination of Tannen and Maya, it's very formidable.
Some freshmen saw the court tonight, including 5'11" guard Eva Deschamps.
Eva can really score. She's very skilled. She loves to shoot it.
Eva scored over 2,300 points in high school.
Eva coming here was a shock initially. The pace, the physicality. She this week she had a great week of practice. That's why she earned minutes tonight. Good minutes. They weren't given minutes. She earned those minutes to be on the floor. And if she keeps playing like this, gradually she'll earn more and more minutes. Very happy with our freshmen today. Very happy. I thought Sophie V at the point guard finally pushed the pace we needed her to push. She distributed, she kicked ahead. I thought Eva had a great minutes for us. Very aggressive scoring and played pretty good D. And then Sophie Sen and Katie, when they got in, they did exactly what we asked.
A heartwarming moment here, Tammy Reese finding her father after the game for a victory hug. The Rams will be back in the Ryan Center on Friday to take on the 0-1 UMass Lowell Riverhawks. Back to you.
Now let's take a look at some other scores around campus this week. Women's swim and dive took on in-state rivals Providence College on Wednesday. And finally, URI women's volleyball rounded out their home slate with a pair of losses versus Dayton. Gabrielle Schilling, Samantha Bleha, and Maddie Norris were all celebrated ahead of Friday's match on senior night. That's all we have for this week's edition of Rhody Sports Corner. For live updates across all URI athletics, be sure to follow us on social media at Cigar Sports. Alexa, back to you.
That's all we have for you this week at the 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. As always, make sure to check us out at rhodycigar.com and follow us on social media at Rhody Cigar. From Kingston, Rhode Island, I'm Alexa Potamianos. Have a great week, Rhody.